All right, welcome back, everybody. POVPOOL, streaming the MZWST Tour Top Gun event, folks. That's right. MZWST Tour, first season. And this is the Top Gun event, streaming live from Hard Times Billiards. About to start this match now between Ramin Bakhtiari of GoPlayPool.com and Rodney Wynn. And I'm joined in commentary by Coll. How's it going, Carlos?
Doing good.
Oh, thanks. You brought some Girl. Oh, these are the Girl Scout cookies that Geraldine brought?
Yes.
Let's try to keep rustling plastic away from the microphones.
Well, we got a pretty decent break right here.
Very nice. Looks like the 8-ball went down.
Everything's wide open. One, it's not in the easiest spots, though.
So this is the first break in a race to 8 for Ramin, race to 7 for Rodney. Rodney is, just to remind you guys, this is a handicapped event. And Ramin has to play one more game than Rodney does. The skill level is higher. But for some of these players, they're hungry and they don't seem like it doesn't seem like the handicap makes a big deal. Tang Ho upset Edgy Geronimo and upset Santos Sambajon.
So, Tang's playing good?
Tang's playing very well, and he's playing right now. He's playing Vilmos Foldish.
Some of these spots are a little bit strange, though. I mean, you got players, like Bo Ronigan, who's playing amazing the last couple of tournaments. He's either won or ended up in the split for second, right?
Yeah. He's played all 11 stops, actually. He's played all 11 stops. And
the Hard Times tournament last weekend, he split. Saturday before that, he took first, right?
Right. Yeah, and that was just the first Sunday tournament.
And Edgy's got to spot him a game.
Yeah. And he spots him a game in the MZWST Tour as well. Edgy goes to 9. So here we go. First error here by Rodney, and Ramin has an open table. Ramin really likes to take his time, which is a bit of a chore for some people playing him because, it means they just have to get comfortable with their seat.
It makes it tough on the commentators too. You got to come up with a lot of facts,
a lot of dead air.
Yeah. Let's see how he gets on this 3-ball here. Nice. So, how is Ramin involved in GoPlayPool?
Co-founder of GoPlayPool with his other half, Marianne Starkey.
And what exactly do they do?
Well, they have initially launched an app for anybody to download to their iPhone or Android device to locate places where you can play pool.
So if I'm traveling, I'm in Chicago or whatever, I could go on their site or grab their app and figure out where I can go play pool.
Yes, exactly, and it's grown since then. So now participating rooms with GoPlayPool can upload tournament flyers, promotional events, and make announcements.
That's great. And that's what we need, man. We need to help we need to help the game grow.
Yeah, and GoPlayPool also, does things. It promotes contests, and all through the app.
Awesome. So looks like Rodney's a little stuck on the 4 right now. No, that's great, Daniel. They have a similar thing for golf, where they call the first tee program, and everybody, they don't necessarily go and play a full round of golf, but they have like pitching and putting and drive contests and stuff like that, and that gets parents to bring their kids out, and we need that stuff for the game of pool.
That's cool.
We need new blood in the game for sure.
Wow, it's nice to hear that the pool industry's maybe learning a little bit from the golf industry. That's good.
Well, it looks like he's going to try to kick at this 4-ball here.
I know Ramon Mystica would kick at this.
Yep, there you go. He's called the corner pocket. What do you think, Daniel? One kick or two rails?
One rail, straight in. That's why I don't like two rails. But, you know, he might have been, maybe he just misjudged it. Maybe he was playing only one rail, you know. So Ramin now with ball in hand. I guess a lucky roll for Ramin, who missed the 4 initially, didn't he?
Yeah, this is pretty wide open. We still have some pretty strong matches going on. We got Tang Ho playing Vilmos Foldis. You've got Bo Runnigan playing Rodrigo Geronimo. Oscar Dominguez playing Dave Hema. Still waiting on results on those. Oh, a little miscue, but he might have gotten away with it. I've heard a lot of miscues today, Daniel. You seen that? I saw Santos miscue like three times during his match earlier. He doesn't look like he has much of a tip left on his cue, but I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, well, you will get that. Do the conditions of play, like dry air? I mean, it's dry in here today, comparatively. Compared to some other times here at Hard Times Billiards, it's very humid.
Yep.
But it's dry in here. It seems dry. Maybe the chalk's not adhering to the tips. Actually, you would know more about that because you're a cue maker.
I've actually done a lot of tests on, you know, whenever I get a new tip or anything that comes out in the industry that's new, I try to take it out to a lot of different conditions and play with it and see how it works out.
Notice there, Ramin's looking at his tip now, too.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be funny if like the whole room just started suddenly looking at their tips.
I've used tips that some of my cue builder friends in really dry areas like out in the desert claim they're the best tips, and I bring them out to Santa Monica where it's really humid and they play awful, and vice versa. You know, take a tip from Santa Monica to the desert and dries out of miscues every other hit. So there's a handful of tips that hold their playing properties in a lot of different conditions. Who are your sponsors for this event?
We've got Mezz Cues and West State Billiards. West State Billiards is one of the U.S.'s leading distributors of Simonis cloth in the United States.
Well, he's up against the rail right here. It's trying to get on that 6-ball. Looks like he's going to try to cut it to the side pocket. Do you have any tip sponsors?
Yes, actually, Zan Tips. Zan Tips and Turtle Rack, all from Japan.
I haven't had a chance to try out those Zan Tips yet. Oh, a little bit close to his work. That's unfortunate.
Very close to his work.
I tell you what, most of the tips that come out of Japan, it's very high quality stuff. They have good what do you call it? Quality control process out there.
Yeah, I think they've definitely spent a lot of money in research and development. You know, which is also I think
went for the safety.
Important component of billiard quality supply.
I think the whole approach is a little bit different. Like I know a couple of the other tip manufacturers have, they'll take the leather put it on their microscopes, and like anytime they have something that doesn't work out really well or is giving them problems, they they take it and dissect it and try to figure out what's going on with all this stuff. So
that's good.
I don't think a lot of us do that with our manufacturing. I sure don't own a microscope.
So. I don't even think we use lasers.
Well, Ramin plays a safety as well.
A little safety battle.
Can't see from here where it's going to end up. What do we got here?
Well, Rodney does have a shot.
He can still make it, but getting back on that 9-ball is not going to be easy.
I think he's calling a safety. Looks like he's calling safe. Or did he say straight in?
No, it shows you what I would know. I'd just be closing my eyes, firing at this, and praying the whole time. Ooh.
Well, Ramin's not going to like this.
Yeah, and it's probably good for him that he didn't make it either.
I'm not sure, though. Is the 7 frozen?
Well, Ronnie would have made that ball. He would have had a field day trying to make that 9-ball.
Rodney Morris now we're talking about. Wait, did you say Rodney would have made that ball?
No.
What did you just say? Oh, Rodney Wynn.
That's what I said, Rodney.
Ramin and Rodney.
That's what I said, Rodney.
Okay, because I thought you were.
No, I said if
referring to
Rodney. I said if Rodney would have made that ball, he would have been. Hard pressed.
If Rodney would have made that ball, I'm so sorry.
Come on, Daniel, get it together, man. You're the professional. I'm just got here.
I know you're such a fast talker, though, buddy. We do it all here, you know. 1 minute I'm talking to a guy with a guy who's from the south, or 16 words
look at this
a minute.
shot. Look at this shot. Look at this shot. That is
what a nice shot.
That's professional quality.
That
right
was professional quality. The speed, actually, the most important component of that shot, and cutting that 7 nice and thin. Very nice work by Ramin. Ramin is actually a very strong, competent player, and is very capable of upsetting some of the stronger players in this event. I have not had a chance to, since we're talking about microscopes, I haven't had a chance to put Rodney's game under the microscope. But in order to get to the Top Gun event here for the MZWST Tour, you definitely have to do something right.
Look, I'm doing really good. Huh?
Oh, Coll is not playing this.
I'm playing. I've won. I'm 4-0. I think that's the only time I've ever been 4-0.
Thank you.
Unless you're counting strikes. I strike out all the time.
Or then you would be 3-0.
No. That's just if you're playing baseball. I'm talking about life. You know, with the ladies, stuff like that. You can strike out 10 times. You know, you're still allowed to go back and try to, take your turn at bat. No pun intended.
No, they pull you. Trade you out.
Looks like Ramin's hard work paid off here.
Yeah, that was a beautiful safety. A game-winning shot for sure.
Now, not to take away from Rodney, he hit that ball.
Yes.
But unfortunately left him open, and is Ramin a little too straight here? Is he going to have to play short side?
You got options, I think. You can play the short side. You can force it a little bit, I think.
He's got some angle. He's drawing back, and
That's going to be enough to make it.
wow, barely enough. Come on.
It's going to be enough to make it.
Oh no, he's
Somebody
gonna
give him a booster.
he's gonna need to stand on something.
Are we allowed to make fun of the players?
Absolutely,
Or
it's
do I have to-
required.
Do I need security to get back to the
No,
car
it's-
afterwards?
It's required, sir. Hello, that was a
Well,
two-railer.
There you go.
But a good shot.
You don't have to
nonetheless.
call that, though, right?
No, you don't.
Okay.
You just call the
I
pocket
don't know
here.
all the 10-ball rules. They're kind of funny.
So Ramin gets on the board first, 1-0,
That's
and
one
he
game?
goes to 8. Yeah, I know.
That's one game. How many? What's the race
that
to
was
2?
like an epic journey.
Please tell me the race is to 2.
4-4 Jason's Santos.
Little score update too on Jason Williams. By the way, has caught up a little bit, and it's now 4-4 apiece. Once again, thanking our sponsors too. Marty Carey's Jump Q. The Virtual Pool 4, Steve Chaplin, Virtual Pool 4 online that you can play also. Please check out Virtual Pool 4. You can Google your way there. And also I'd like to thank Turtle Rack. Nice looking break. Except,
Oof, except you can't see anything.
yeah, I don't know where the cue ball went funny there. So, did I cut you off? Were you going to say something?
No. I was going to say, take advantage. Have any of your guests, if they want, any of the people on the
In the chat room.
in the chat room, if they have any questions, I'd be glad to answer any equipment-related questions.
Nothing else.
Yeah, no, I'm not allowed to answer any other questions, apparently.
Just to let you know, Carlos is a cue maker. He's a cue maker. Makes Coll cues, COLL, cues.com. And very knowledgeable. So if anybody does have any questions, any cue-related questions.
If I don't know the answer, I'll make up something that seems legitimate. Oof. This is not a pretty table, Daniel.
He's calling the side pocket, though. And to tell you the truth, this could be a break in the pattern here.
Oh, let's see how he's going to get back to that 3-ball.
So, yeah. It goes in, but
wow, that ball's still
Kojak
going. It's going.
Goes
it's going.
To the subway.
It's gone.
Taking the A train.
You know what he means?
Oh, of course I know what it means. I'm old enough. This dark hair is courtesy of Just for Men. It's not. I got grays.
When Kojak goes to the subway, we all know what that means. No questions yet for Carlos Coll. So
good. They probably learned from the last time they heard me on the stream. They're like, don't ask the guy a question. He won't shut up.
Shut up anyway.
Pressure's on for Carlos. We have about 4 times more people that are watching today than they were last time. So.
Oh, I choked on national television live, so it's all right. This is easy. I had 15 seconds.
Somebody said they saw you. Were you in The Walking Dead?
No, I just look like a zombie.
You didn't play a
occasionally.
zombie in The Walking
Yeah,
Dead?
if you see me before 1 in the afternoon, I just
I was
look.
just going to say you
I
are
just
a
look like one
zombie
of those
before noontime.
Farts don't work. Things are falling off.
Hey, that sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah, well.
Ramin's going to call safety here, and he's kicking.
Would you call a safety here, or just try to call a pocket just in case?
Well, I liked his call. And I guess if I were down there, I would have seen it that same way too. Actually, Ramin and I have a similar style of play when it comes to kicking as well.
What's the downside of calling a pocket and not making a ball?
Really, there's no downside because the other player does not have an option to give it back to you.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, well.
Then what happens? Well, if you call it safety and you make it, then
the thing is if you
shoot.
make the wrong ball, your opponent has the option.
Oh, okay.
So that's what you want to avoid doing.
Well, the table's pretty open for him right now.
Okay, we got a question from Drill Guy. Epoxy versus Ciano. What are the pluses and minuses? Cyano?
Cyano acrylates. Well, cyano acrylates are.
Let's first of all get into a little education about what that is.
Well, the cyano acrylates is kind of like a super glue, crazy glue, stuff like that. And they have newer ones now that are the urethane enforced, so they don't crystallize and they don't crack. That's usually the problem with it. But it depends on the application, what you're using. Cyanos tend to cure really, really, really fast. So if you need a little bit more time or flexibility, you're not going to get it out of a cyano. And epoxies, there's a million different formulations for epoxies. You can have ones that cure very quickly to ones that cure in a couple of days. So I have the guy that does my epoxies is a chemist, and he has a 5,000 recipe book for epoxies. So that should give you an idea of how many different options for epoxies.
That's pretty extensive.
Yeah, no, it's pretty awesome. When I go to his shop, he just, he just tells me, what do you want? Do you need it to cure fast? You need to stay clear. Usually, the faster it cures, the more it yellows because of the additives they put on there. But it depends on the application. If you can tell me what. Oh, I missed the question above.
Yeah,
apparently.
that's okay. We'll get you that. We'll get you. I just saw it too.
Yeah, guys, if I miss a question, give Daniel a hard time. I'm not the one reading this stuff. Okay. I'm not exactly sure what he was trying to do there, but he's left Ramin wide open with straight in on the 5 ball. A little bit of angle to get back to the 6 ball. Nothing really in trouble.
Yeah, I think he's going to be okay.
Oh, commentator's curse. Yeah.
I'll just shut up and I'll go to the next question. So, Carlos, how would you describe the hit of your cues? And I think I know partial answers to this question.
Well, there's 2 answers. The standard model shaft that I do, I like a hit that you can get your feedback, but that is not abrasive, like it's not harsh. So it has to be somewhat pliable, but it cannot be dead. So it has to respond. The feedback has to correlate to what the cue ball and the object ball are doing. So that feel it has to translate. That said, I can make a cue hit, however. So if somebody wants something that hits harsh or somebody wants something that hits softer,
like a
you
crisp,
could could just change a few things. I mean, that was the whole purpose of doing my fittings. Is I have different shafts that can, put you in different deflection points and different feels and thickness, and you could pretty much just get on the slot that you prefer. But the main thing is it has to be responsive. It has to correlate to what you're seeing the cue ball doing and the object ball doing and what you're trying to do. If that feedback is translated to you, then the cue hits right. He left himself went a little bit long on this 8 ball, so now he's got a little bit of a tough shot. And there's not much traffic on the table at this point, so either play a really good safety or you're done. Or make it, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, he could go all in here and maybe back bank that ball, by his wrist right there, right by his hand.
I guess if you had to sum up the hit characteristic,
I think the bank. He could fit
he's going to bank it
into that.
If he can make it, how are you going to get shape on that 9 ball? I want to see that.
I mean, I like the reverse bank actually. If you're going to bank this at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I like anything here. And that's why. I think you could have probably put that 8 ball right in front of that 10 ball, and then you lock both of those balls up and let the other person deal with it. You know what I mean? Slow bank it back in front of that 10 ball. I mean,
he could have just hit the cue ball into the 8 very thin, just feather the 8.
Yeah. A little safety.
Create some distance,
And Ramin, come on, guys.
Ramin
he got away with it. He got away with it.
Yeah, he overspun that ball. He knew it too when he
came in on the short side and almost stuck himself. I guess the description I would use for the hit that I prefer is firm but pliable. So you get the feedback that you need, but it's not like hitting a brick. And there you go. What's the count move up to now? Ramin takes this game.
It's going to be 2-0.
2-0 Ramin over Rodney. And I'm waiting for some of the results of some of these big matches, but they're still going on. Tang and Bilmo still playing.
We'll take a look over here. I don't know exactly what the score is, but it looks like Jason Williams has a chance to make a 10 ball here. This is Jason down on the shot right now. This is the devil table, to tell you the truth. This is 3 7/8 inch pockets. And he just made it look like a 4 1/4, didn't he? So, I'm sorry, what was that?
I think that puts them at 5.
I think it puts them at 5-5, according to Geraldine.
Bilmos and Tang still playing. Edgy still playing.
Edgy playing Bo Runnigan.
And we have Dave Hema and Oscar Dominguez still playing.
Yeah. Attila Beshtan playing Melissa Herndon. And is Ramon Mystica still in this match? No. I thought he was still playing on table 5.
He was playing Ernesto, right?
I forgot who he was playing, but it was taking forever.
Ernesto, how's that match end up? How did your match end up? So Ernesto won that match.
Okay. Ernesto wins.
Oh man, this break is not pretty either. We got not the easiest table here.
I guess a lot of talk about Mucci's in the chat room now. Mayuchi, I apologize. I had the chance to talk to Bob Mayuchi recently. He actually donated a cue to us.
You know, everybody pronounces differently, right?
Bob Mayuchi?
For the most part, in the West Coast, is Mucci.
Mucci, yeah.
And then you go to the South, and there's Mayuchi and Mucci.
Mucci,
I've heard it
yeah,
about like
Mucci.
5 different ways.
Yeah.
And he said it was specifically
Mayuchi, yeah.
Mayuchi, yeah.
Mayuchi.
I would just ask Bob, but
We did. I asked Bob. Actually, it is Mayuchi. Incidentally, I just want to remind our audience the cue sponsor for this event is Mezz.
Mezz has a nice hitting cue. They have some good options on the shafts with some different deflection points.
Absolutely.
And, a lot of variety, so you can figure out where you hit fits and go with that. He left it a little bit. You can still see this one right now.
Ernesto won his match. That's all I know. Against whoever he was playing, I don't know what's the brackets.
I think it was playing Ruben, but I'm not sure.
Okay, Rodney is using the rest here.
We had some players that went through the tour that was sponsored with Mezz, right? We have Oscar.
Yes,
Dominguez.
Oscar Dominguez is.
We had Mika Eminem.
Mika Eminem is Mezz, sponsored Mezz. Vilmush is recently sponsored by Mezz. And I think that's it.
Pretty strong.
There may be 1 or 2 others that are real Mezz lovers. I noticed your friend that Bernard.
Yes.
He likes
He
Mezz.
plays that shaft, yeah.
Plays with a good with a Mezz shaft.
We're friends with Mika, so Mika just kind of gave him a couple of things to try out, and then
Mm-hmm.
Bernard went on and purchased a couple because he really liked them. The shafts that Bernard plays with, he has a backup shaft that I made. He plays one of my cues, so the backup shafts that I made for him are similar specs. They're almost identical dimensions, and they play a little bit different, but to him they're very familiar because it's almost the same dimensions.
I have a question for you, actually. What do you think of these short ferrules that you're seeing in the industry now, like the OBQs and?
Well, it's
I
just
believe there's another.
it's a lot of it is to remove that weight out of the front end of the shaft to help with deflection. Some of them help with the feel, but it's personal preference.
Yeah.
I have people that just visually can't get used to looking at the short ferrule. I think once you get used to it, it's kind of hard to look at a regular length ferrule. You look at a 1-inch ferrule, to me it looks like it's 3 feet long now.
That's like when people use black ferrules too,
I love
right?
black ferrules,
Yeah.
especially because that black canvas phenolic hits really soft. It's a very nice soft hit, and it hits very straight. But yeah, it's in theory supposed to help with deflection. It changes the hit a little bit, so if you like it, why not? It's not magic. You like it, you just go with it.
What's your favorite ferrule material to use?
I'm liking Juma a lot. I'm liking black canvas phenolic if you're going to go with a black. If you want a little bit crisper hit and you want to go black, you could go black linen phenolic. That'll be a little bit crispier than the canvas. The ferrule that I use mostly, I don't really tell people what it is, but it's a softer, lightweight.
Your own trade secret, then.
Basically, yeah. It's a little bit.
It's not your own compound, though, is it?
No, I don't fabricate it myself.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
most of the builders out there don't fabricate any of those. They buy them from distributors that make those materials, or all the phenolics. I mean, it's so expensive to have your own run. You need. I mean, just it's ridiculous.
For instance, I recently learned that Tiger makes their own compound for ferrules.
I haven't talked to Tony in a while, so I know I wouldn't be able to answer that. I mean, I've been to the factory a bunch of times.
That's what he told me.
Yeah.
I just recently
Well,
found that out.
I'd like to know a little bit more about it.
I bet you would.
No, I purchase stuff there. I'm one of their distributors, so I buy
Sure,
stuff from them
sure.
all the time. I buy
yeah.
tips and leather wraps and some of the building materials from them, as well as I sell some of their shafts and any other products. I've known Tony for like 10 years, so since before I started building. So he used to be friends with my girlfriend's brother, so they used to work next door to each other. That's how I met him. So. Well, we got a 4-ball that's pretty straight in, a 5-ball that has half a pocket, and if he can get past that, the table is pretty much open.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to have to bring his cue ball down table. I like it. I like playing the short side of the 5-ball here, or at least trying to. But you know, if he draws out and outside of the 5, he may hit the 6 on the way down. So. And then, of course, you got to get shape on the 6 if you make the 5. You really got to like punch this ball.
Some people are
wow.
posting about polyester and epoxies gluing to each other. One will adhere to one, and the other one would not adhere to another. Yeah, I discussed that with a chemist when I was trying to figure out ways to seal cues and use resins and different things to put a finish on there. And yeah, you have to be careful because a lot of those things are not compatible. Some of them are you have to dilute with acetone, and you pollute them if you dilute them with alcohol, and some of them you have to dilute them with denatured alcohol or something like a lacquer thinner. You have to know what you're diluting that stuff with because not all of it is compatible. I don't know all the chemistry. When I have a question, I just call somebody that does. So.
Boy, I tell you, just hearing you talk about it, it kind of makes me glad.
Headache, right?
It just kind of it makes me glad I'm not a cue maker because of all the toxins that you have to expose yourself to at all times,
Yeah, you got to be a well-ventilated area, wearing your respirator. There's a lot of people that have health issues from not protecting themselves.
Sure.
I mean, and some of the woods, a lot of the woods are very toxic.
Yes, that's true too.
For all of you guys that are up-and-coming cue builders that are out there like doing your own stuff and trying to learn,
I think it's important to get an education on that before even getting into the cue making.
Look, if you're building cues and you don't know much about the toxicity of woods, get online, Google toxicity of woods. You're gonna see charts of all of what these woods do and what they, some of them have really bad, harmful side effects. They could affect your nervous system. They could affect your heart, your brain, your eyesight. You really have to be careful about what you're.
You have to know what you're going into.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the table's pretty open here. You got the 6, bring it back for the 7-ball. Okay. Well, you can do that too. Just cinch it and
play the cue
Just
ball
give yourself a look,
above
right?
the 8. Yeah, he should be okay. He looks like he's digging into the cue ball a little. I don't even know if he really needs to do
He's
that.
just trying to avoid the hit on the 8-ball on the way back.
Oh,
But
man.
It'll cost him the throw the ball out of line. And
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think maybe following it or something. I don't like jacking up. When
Maybe
I jack
just
up
center
like that on
ball it,
shots, I tend to miss a lot of balls, but.
I've noticed that's generally why a lot of people miss shots is they're always trying to do something extra with the cue ball.
Yeah, if you watch really strong play, if you watch edgy play, and a lot of the Filipinos, they're not doing a ton of. They can, but
Try to
they're
keep
not
it
doing a lot
simple.
of crazy.
Yeah,
They
you gotta keep it simple.
they cinch the shot. They give themselves a look on the
It's
next shot.
position that makes sense.
Yeah.
Getting on the right
But
side of the ball.
They don't sacrifice the shot. They don't give themselves position at the expense of the shot.
Exactly. 90% of the time you're right. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I was trying to hide him here. He didn't quite get he left him a little window at the 7-ball. There you go. Play a nice safety. Put him behind the 8-ball. A lot of these players are really strong, though. I mean, when you're trying to put them behind a ball, these guys are not trying to put somebody behind the ball. They're trying to freeze them behind that ball, take all those options away. Because, I mean, I've seen Edgy jump and make, out of the last 9 or 10 jump shots I've seen him shoot, he's made like 8 of them. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of
Oh.
performance from Bo Runnigan with his jump shots too. Up until today, he made some errors jumping.
Well, I'm not sure how much of a pocket Rodney has here, but well, the match with Dave Hema and Oscar Dominguez is over. Got to try to find out who won that.
Oscar versus Dave Hema.
Oscar. Looks like Oscar got it.
So it looks like Oscar Dominguez defeats Dave Hema.
Dave's our house pro here at Hard Times Billiards, so if you guys are looking for a good lesson and
Every Tuesday at
come on down here and
7 p.m. at Hard Times Billiards. Come on down, definitely. Okay, this just in, by the way. If you're looking at the challenge bracket that we have on POVPOOL.com, you may notice that on the winner's bracket, you have Oscar versus Ernesto. And
they usually don't play each other,
they
right?
usually do not play each other, so we may see Oscar advance by default here. It's generally known that that's what usually is the agreement, is that Oscar will advance. But under certain terms and conditions, somebody might not be playing well that day, or there might be a draw that doesn't look good.
I don't know. I wish I was that fortunate. I think if I ever had to, when I used to fight and do judo, I think if I ever had to match up with my stepdad, I think we would have had to fight. I don't think he would have. I don't think he would have let me get away with it.
for posterity, it might be a kind of a good match to see.
I think he would have kicked my ass all over the place.
For historical purposes. What a shot. Did you see that?
Well, we got a straight long shot on the 8-ball. And I want to see how he's going to get shape on this 10-ball. And there it is. And there it is.
Yeah, he force followed.
That's what I was saying earlier.
It's diamond table, man.
Well, not just that, but you didn't need that perfect of a shape. You just got to make sure you make that ball and you give yourself a look at that 10-ball.
Well, yeah, you're right. Don't make the shot at the expense of... don't get position at the expense of the shot.
He had perfect shape, but the ball didn't go in. Looks like Ramin goes up another game. So the count's 3-0
sure
now.
thing. 3-0 here.
Yeah, that was a key point right there. Make that ball move on. Is it alternating breaks, or what's the format?
Yes, sir. It is alternate break, and it's Rodney's break right now. So as you guys have already
won that game and gone up with a break as well.
Yeah, so I mean, as you guys can see here, as you've seen in the past, the alternate break format can be very difficult for the guy who's down 3 or 4 games, because it just makes it incredibly difficult for you for the player to catch a gear and catch up.
I'm actually learning some stuff I didn't know about some of the woods here. Now people are posting some of their experiences with some of their toxic woods.
All right, Rodney Wynn now breaking. Score 3-0.
Santos match is still going. The Edgy match still going. Tang and Vilmos match still going. Attila's match still going. Like Vilmos took a bathroom break and he's just got back. Oh,
yeah, I think he barely creeped ahead there. Let's see.
Looks like you see it.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got a shot. What about this 5-ball, though?
It's easy enough from there.
Yeah, Rodney doesn't seem to be disturbed by this at all. 5 to the 7, though, is not going to be the easiest shot.
If he gets straight on it, he can draw it straight back.
That's nice. He's gonna. What I like there is that he shortened the distance, which makes the shot a lot easier. when you can shorten the distance between the object ball and the cue ball.
Let's see if he can get away with this, getting away from the 9-ball.
Yeah, he just slid that ball up table and.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
I gotta say, Daniel, that's another attempt at getting perfect shape, man.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean,
he could have made that ball from anywhere from where he made contact with the last ball all the way to there, as long as he doesn't put himself that close. But
yeah, all you really need is that line position.
Angle,
you know what I mean?
bit of angle.
That line position.
Well, we'll play safe here.
This is a good safety.
Yep.
This is all right. I like this shot. It's good.
Well, Ramin could kick at this. If he hits it right, he can safety him back again. He's got a couple of balls to hide behind back there.
I like trying to just play and make this. I like just trying to play to make this, because if you're trying to play safe or anything like that, what you really risk, you run the risk of scratching. So
I don't think I could make it if I could see the whole thing. So.
I don't know if I like that shot, but I see why he's calling that. He wants to do what you're doing. He wants to kick and stick this ball.
Yep. The cue ball got loose a little bit.
So Jason Williams' match with Santos Sampojon is now 6 games apiece, which means that Jason needs 2 and Santos needs 3 games.
Oh, there you go, Ronnie. Ronnie's got a little bit of angle on this 8-ball, so he could follow it, come back down to the 9-ball. Oh, that's opening up towards the side, to the corner pocket. That's opening up towards the corner pocket. And, oh, that was close.
Another match update for you. It looks like Vilmos Foldish and Tang Ho are very close in their match. The score is 5-4. And I'm not sure who is ahead or behind, and I know that Tang only needs 8 games to Vilmos's 9 games. Meanwhile, also, Johnny Kang is in a match with Jaynard Orke, and I see the score is 4-1 as soon as somebody wins that.
Ronnie hit that beautifully. He just cut it, got 3-rail shape, got straight in on the 10.
Yeah, that was a good shot. It's what he needs.
There you go.
That's what he needs. He's on the board. Yeah. So
that was a good shot to make up for a little bit long shape on the 9-ball.
Jason Williams shooting at the 6-ball to take 7 games to 6 on Santos Sampojon. He's taking his time. He's just kind of making sure he creates the right line. He doesn't want to make this at all complicated. And that's what he needs. A little outside angle on the 8 so that he can either come up and down table. He's really uncomfortable right now. He doesn't like his position. I love his position. I don't know, was he too straight?
I don't know. Everything looks easier from up here.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. We're going to let you know if he runs that out. We're going to watch this break here by Ramin, which is dry. So let's go right back now.
I like the setup you got going on here, Daniel, with the multiple views on the different tables.
Thank you.
Oh.
Jason Williams.
Nope.
My good friend.
The pocket wouldn't have none of it.
Well, we all know what this score is going to end up being. So let's go back to Rodney Wynn. If Santos misses, we surely will let you know.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
Santos did not miss. Rodney just waiting for Jaynard to play through. It's kind of like a golf course here, isn't it? Sometimes.
I don't know, but I think the economy must be doing better because I'm seeing a lot of friends gaining weight, putting on a little bit of poundage.
Okay.
So I'm seeing some of the.
Maybe it's all just the junk food that's going around. The new buttery burger by
I don't know.
Jack
When I
in
don't
the
have
Box.
money, I can't eat. I don't know. The economy's got to be doing better.
Rodney's going for his jump cue.
You know, we should start a holiday. We should start like a take your kid. Third Sunday of the month or something like that, just to try to get this industry to, grow a little bit.
You know, I looked into maybe starting a. Well, actually, I thought about it for the snooker room at in San Gabriel, the Embassy Club. I was thinking, man, what if we got kids to do like a field trip to the snooker club and learn, maybe start a little academy there.
There's a lot of local pros that in different places that have their little school sessions and lessons. I mean, I think we need more of them. We need new blood in the industry for sure. That's going to be ball in hand.
Yeah, it is going to be ball in hand. All right, so Ramin's confirming there. Yeah,
yep.
Well, I think he just took his eye off of what Rodney was doing. So
I think it's a good practice anyway. Ask your opponent before you pick up that ball.
Yeah. Which is funny because Ramin was the center of controversy the other week during the bar table championships, and he was upset that Corey Deuel asked him, "Is it your break or my break?" And Ramin interpreted it as a move because he's like, "Dude, you're like the top 5 player in the U.S. and United States, and you're losing track of who breaks." And you So, anyway, we're going to forget about that.
Yeah. Don't drag me into this. Corey's my friend, and I don't know Ramin very well, but I would like to be his friend as well. So I'm not going to get in the middle of any controversy.
No, I'm not really slamming Corey.
I give everybody the benefit of a doubt.
I'm not slamming Corey at all. I don't have an opinion on the whole situation, actually.
I think the ruling is if it happens.
I'm reporting the news.
Yeah, I think if it happens once, it's no big deal. If it happens twice, you start. If it happens a couple of times, then you start realizing, hey, either this guy is space cadet or
it's either a move or you're smoking something.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, they're not mutually
After all,
exclusive.
it is almost legal in the United States by now.
And both of those are not mutually exclusive, by the way.
Yeah, true. Anyway. But I just think it's funny, like the tables might have turned on Ramin, who's asking, is that ball in hand? Like,
I'll give you my honest opinion. This industry is way too small for any of us to have static with any of us. We should just ground it all and focus on making this game better for everybody.
That's a very good point.
There's no room for the inner fighting in this industry, and there's a ton of it. I'm sure you're on Facebook occasionally listening to everybody's nonsense. Every static that we have with other individuals in this industry only hurts the industry as a whole, and we should just ground it and move on. We're bigger than that. So,
in a perfect world, my friend, in a perfect world,
all it takes is a couple of people changing, and more people follow.
Mm-hmm. So, speaking of,
you think he's called a safety on this?
No, I think he's gonna play for the run out here. He looks like he's really about to stroke this ball, but I don't. You're right.
No, he was calling safety. He was trying to get behind that 10 ball.
Yeah, he played a safety. That to me is surprising because it just doesn't seem like that difficult of a run.
He probably stood up there and saw the angle to get behind that 10 ball, and that's kind of hard to ignore.
Like one is easy than the other.
If he gets behind that 10 ball, I mean, what he's gonna do? He's gonna 2-rail, 3-rail into that ball. I mean, there's not really an easy way to get to it from there. So it's almost pretty much checkmate from that point.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put that challenge out there for pool players. How about you pick one enemy and try to make them your friend? It's a tough thing. That's a tough thing to do. It's much harder than keeping your friends happy, I'll tell you that much.
Wow.
Oh,
Rodney
wow,
played
was a
that shot.
good- That was a good attempt. And he might have gotten
man,
away with
he's
it.
rewarded.
He might have gotten away with it. I think the reason why I don't have issues with anybody is because I'm too lazy to maintain that static. It takes a lot of effort to stay mad and have static with somebody, man. I don't. To me, it doesn't come naturally.
Well, good. That's good.
It takes a lot of
That's
effort, and I'm too lazy for that.
Then that's an asset to your character. Then
I've never heard my laziness described as an asset in my whole life.
well, you know what they say: turn your defects into assets, or your weaknesses into the strength. Now,
Okay, well, this table's pretty open here.
I have seen people make that shot, do that shot before. I did not expect that coming from Ramin.
What do you think he was trying to do there? Because I'm not entirely sure what.
You know, he played it totally wrong.
I didn't say that.
I would have drawn outside English, and he spun it inside, and I don't know why. But he was trying to bring the cue ball behind the 9. Is what he was trying to do.
Oh, he got himself on the rail on the. See, he's got a little bit of room to bring it down.
Well, he can cheat the pocket, Carlos.
Yep.
So I think
There
he's
you go.
all right. That 7 was almost, sort of buried into the side. So he.
Now, let's hope that he doesn't try to go for perfect shape on this again.
Well, he's had problems with. We've seen a couple problems with the bridge already, from Rodney. But you know what? Kudos to him for grabbing it, because I'm not the guy. I'm not that guy. I don't pick. Like I will just try to reach that shot. I'll go to any length in the world to just try to reach the shot, and not have to pick up the bridge.
There's a lot of good, handsome cue extensions out there nowadays.
Yeah, I know.
Mezz actually has one of the best cue extension systems there is.
I had a very good cue extension, and unfortunately I lost it because I need to get a new case. The case we have a new case now. So now I can go. I'm in the market for an extension, I guess.
That's
Now.
pretty damn good shape right there to make that 10 ball.
Straight shot.
I would miscue here because I would be too lazy to walk around the table to go grab the chalk to chalk up. So I give him props.
That's when it's not an asset anymore.
You got half of that right. There's ass something.
Ass end is what that is. All right, so 3-2, and it looks like
That-
Jason
match.
is still alive. I don't know what happened to Santos, but he was looking like he was running out a rack and left Jason with some kind of a shot. And I think Jason's shooting at the 8 ball right now. And it goes. What a nice shot. He spun that 8 ball, back cut it into the corner pocket, and drove the cue ball down table for a off-angle shot on the 9. Let's see how he does here.
Plenty of angle to get back on the 10 ball.
Yeah, it's just natural angle, actually, to get 10 in the side. And Mr. Donation Jason is going to rack up another game. And that'll make it 7-7.
Wow.
Jason is on the hill, and Santos needs
has to win
2
too, huh?
games. And if Jason beats Santos, this will make Rolando Vicente a liar, because he told me today that Santos was going to bring home the cash. So nothing here off of this break. The 8 ball goes down.
Yeah, Yeah, the breaks have been a little bit tough on this table, huh?
Yes, we saw a match earlier today. Bo Runnigan struggling with the break. But then, you know, that's going to be a ball in hand. But then on the flip side, in the same match, we had Ruben Bautista making balls on the break every time. So Ramin will take ball in hand now. And
I'm experimenting with a new break tip that Mika gave me.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it's called Town Tips or something
Oh,
like that.
I saw something like about that on the social networks. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. I think it's pretty controlled and it breaks like a monster. And man, the ball jumps like if you have a good jump break, it'll jump like it's nothing.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey.
gonna say hi to my mom.
Oh, hey.
Hi, Mom. I know you're watching. I love you. Bye.
Little shout out to Mom from Desiree Rivera in Philly, right?
No, Florida.
In Florida. Wow. Desiree Rivera working hard over at the tournament desk.
Is it appropriate to have a shout out to a friend's mom?
Sure.
Can I say a shout out to my friend Dan's mom? I know she's listening.
I don't know. Depends on what Dan thinks about it. I mean, this Dan doesn't care at all, but your friend Dan, I don't know. This is Chris. This is Carlos. I want to shout out to your mama.
Oh
Man, is this a live stream pool or is this like a Vine video? I don't know.
Hey, I'm trying to keep it PG. Last time I got all the way to the end without using the F word. I was proud of myself.
There you go.
And I had technically walked away from the mic when I said it, so I don't know if it still counts.
Uh-oh.
And the scratchy.
Double jeopardy there. So Ramin's going to take a quick break, and while he does that, we're going to very quickly switch over because Jason Williams looks poised to close out this game and match against Santos Sambajon. This will be an upset because Santos is, very easily one of the favorites to at least get into the top 8 of the finishing bracket for today's event.
And man, I'm telling you, these hits sound weird. They sound, these
Jason's
hits,
cue?
yes,
Oh,
yes.
no. Jason's cue in particular, he loves the sound.
Really?
I'll have Jason talk to you about his cue.
No, please don't.
And that's
No,
gonna
I'm kidding.
That's gonna do it.
Wow. So there we go.
A
Santos.
fist bump, the no-look fist bump between Santos
Yes, Santos did not
and
look pleased.
Jason Williams, and wow.
Is this it? Santos out?
Santos is out. Yeah. Yeah, Santos. Well, really? We'll talk about that later. All right. So that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up and I'm going to actually take the camera to Jaynard Orke's match with Johnny Kang. So stand by. And we are still watching Rodney Wynn and Ramin Bakhtiari.
You have Bilmos and Bo and Edgy playing as well. Well, we'll take a little bit of the downtime to thank the sponsors, which are Mezz, West State Billiards, Sand Tips, Turtle Rack, Marty Carey's Jump Cue. The cue itself is sponsoring the event. Yes. That's a wealthy
Marty
jump cue.
Carey and the Marty Carey jump cue.
Okay.
And Virtual Pool 4, don't forget them. So thank you, Carlos, for the consideration of all of our sponsors.
Always got to take care of the sponsors. That's how this
That's
happens,
right.
right? A lot of your work and some other people helping.
West State Billiards, by the way, the authorized diamond table dealer for Southern California.
Boy, they make some nice tables, man.
Diamond tables
Yes.
are great tables, and they
Nice
look
tables.
good in the home. They make bar size and 9-foot tables, and I believe they also make the 10-foot, don't they? I'm sure they
know
would
we
make
have
one
room
of
for
it.
it.
Yeah, there it is. That's the table here at Hard Times Billiards. So give West State Billiards a call, 714-943. What was that number? 7137. Want to thank Donnie Wessels and West State Billiards for stepping up and participating in this great tour, the Mezz West State Tour. This is Johnny Kang, and he's playing Jaynard Orke, and I don't know who's ahead. Johnny is up 4-3, I'm told, by Geraldine. And Jaynard seems to be making a comeback. It was 4-1.
I'm glad Geraldine's back here telling us what's up, because I would be lost.
Aren't men lost most of the time, Carlos?
That's what I'm told.
That's what I'm told, too. Anyway, Ramin is back now from his quick break, and it looks like he made the 2-ball. His shot went like kind of squirrely, so I don't know what he's going to do now. Carlos, I just want to share with our audience here that you're not just a cue maker. You're also a very talented photographer and also an actor. Is that correct?
I act like I'm not really an actor. I just play one on TV sometimes. But
That's why I thought I saw you on The Walking Dead.
no, no. You know, I have a tendency to turn hobbies into careers. So I don't know. My parents always told me do what you love to do, and I was fortunate enough to have enough skill that I can pay my bills with it. But honestly, I don't really think I would know how to do anything else if I had to get a real job and go out there and work 9 to 5 every day. I don't know how I would do
Right.
it. So I give props to everybody that does that, because that to me is what takes some serious discipline.
Yeah, but likewise, so does running your own business. Takes a lot of discipline, self-discipline, because, you know, it's one thing to have to go to work tomorrow, but it's another thing to really have to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, well, the difference is when you're doing your own business, you don't get to rest.
Yes, exactly.
You know, I don't. When I'm working for somebody else, once I'm out of there, his brain turns off. What do we got going on here? Just gonna try to kick at this 3-ball.
Nice 2-rail kick. I like that.
That's it. Gonna get safe? Not quite.
I think Rodney can slice
He
this
can
ball
cut
in.
this, but
Okay, and this just in too. It turns out that Edgy Geronimo has defeated Bo Runningen, so Bo Runningen is out.
I had a really hard time.
19th through 24th.
I had a really hard time
place.
trying to choose who to cheer for on that match, because they're both really nice guys. So
They are
was,
both really nice guys.
It was kind of tough to figure out who to.
It kind of sucks too, because Bo had a really tough match against Ruben Batista, and you know, when you have one tough match, you want the guy to have like a good match the next match at least.
Yeah. So that was his draw, Ruben, and then Edgy.
And then Edgy, Edgy from the one-loss side.
Ouch.
Tang Ho defeated Edgy on the winner's side.
Good on Tang.
And just a reminder, you guys, there is an online bracket on my website. Go to povpool.com. Click on the Top Gun real-time feed page.
I wish I would have seen that Tang Edgy match. I got here too late, but they both used to play for me at one point. So
I would have liked to see it too.
I would have liked to have seen it. Yeah, Tang played with Mike Q for a while, and Edgy played with Mike Q for a short time until he landed a bigger sponsorship, and that was the arrangement. So there's no hard feelings. So he won 2 of these things with Mike Q.
Yeah, and he got into a lot of action with Ruben Batista too.
Yeah.
Did you know about all that?
He took 3rd and 4th in 2 different disciplines in other tournament. Was it Reno, I believe? Yeah, then got offered a bigger sponsorship, and I told him to take it because I wouldn't be a good friend if I held him back. So I don't think I would have been able to hold him back anyway. So
Exactly.
might as well let him go.
Got to pick your battles, buddy.
Yes.
For those in the chat room, you can just click on the link, and you'll find the online live bracket. And you'll also find other pictures, results, and a few other tidbits of information regarding this event.
Ronnie just kicked at this ball, and now we have Ramin with a fairly simple out. Oh, so Edgy and Bo went hill. So that must have been an awesome match.
It's funny because, you know, with as many people we have in the room here, I'm not hearing a lot of cheering or applause.
No, I was surprised. I was expecting a bigger turnout for spectators. But everybody's played it pretty mellow. There's nobody screaming or making noise. They're kind of respecting the arena, which is kind of nice to see. Ramin's got pretty easy out here. He just needs to come back for this 9-ball. And
oh no! Oh no!
Nope. Perfect shape is a killer. Somebody asked me if he has to return the cue. No, the cue I gave to Edgy was a gift as a friend, and I don't take back gifts.
Yes, return it to POVPOOL Media at.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
No, I collected it back for you.
For you, that's
Yeah.
fine. You're a friend
There you
too,
go.
so
Yeah.
if you can manage to pry that cue, if you can manage to pry that cue out of his hands, you deserve
I
it.
told Edgy, I said, Carlos sent me to come pick this up
Pick
for
it
you.
up. I'm sure a couple other people try that as well. Man, this is quickly turning into a game of who wants to win it less. We had a scratch on the shape, we had a miss on ball in hand, and now the simple shape on the 10 ball turned into a 50-yard line.
Actually, you do really fine work, and I'm going to show our audience one picture. I'm going to give you
You know
one
which
picture.
one? I'll tell you which one. The one.
That's one of my favorite right there.
The one with the windows with.
And this one.
That one
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
Show that one. That's been the
Okay.
one I've gotten the best.
Well, can I just grab that, or?
You might be able to click on it, but it's you can probably find it on one of them. Yeah. You might be able to click on that
That one.
and stop it. Yeah. Nope, that was the wrong one. It's that one. Oh, he tried to bank it. Sold out a shot right here for the win on the game. It's that one.
This one.
When you, it's the one. It's the one right after the ebony butt with the ovals on it. So you can select it. It's that one. It's that right now. Did you get it? Yeah, did you get it?
Yeah.
That's awesome. And Rodney wins this one. So we got a 3-3 match. You know, it's funny. I'm realizing that it's been much easier to move cues that are at a slightly higher price range, like the mid range, like between like 1,500 and 2,400. Than I made a handful of player cues because people were always saying you have something a little bit cheaper. So I made a handful of like $800 cues, $850 cues with 2 shafts, and I'm not getting many bites on them. It's interesting. They're harder to sell than the more expensive ones. More expensive ones just flying out the door.
Interesting. Well, maybe you will now. Right after this break.
I'm actually having to rebuild that cue right now. Somebody put in an order for it, so I gotta make almost a duplicate to it. Got another dry break.
Very nice work. And why don't you tell us what kind of wood that is?
That's Cocobolo and a maple burl. The ring work is, Cocobolo ring work with dashes, veneer dashes, and as well as some more maple burl on there.
Back to our story here.
We
what do we got going on here?
Can't see much of this one balls. You're gonna see. Boy,
what a cluster here! We got almost everything's to the left side of the table, right side, your right side, folks. And nice kick, but where's the cue ball going? Where's it all going?
Looks like it's going fairly safe. He should be able to play a safety back on him right here, though. That's what he goes for. And oh, he leaves him jacked up and behind the 7 ball.
To me or on the screen? This just in as well, the winner of Bob Jacques and Jaden Brock will play Jason Williams.
Oh, Johnny Kang sounded a little funny on that hit, but he managed to get back on the 10 ball. So Johnny's shooting the 10 ball to go up 6-3, I think. How late are you guys running this still tonight?
Good question.
Is there a cutoff point for the tournament, or are you guys...
Well, we're cutting off to 8 players.
Once you get down to 8 players, you guys pretty much done?
So it'll be to the final 8. We might stick around for a little while. Yeah, hang out. Maybe I'll play some one pocket or something.
Play some one pocket? So looking for donations?
Although Untaggable Jeff wants to play me American Rotation too. So, and then Geraldine wants to play the Ghost.
I hate that guy.
Oh man, tell me about it. That's a night. And I tell you, man,
I hate
the
that
Ghost
guy.
is literally scary.
I hate that guy.
Yeah. All right, I'll tell you what. Here you go. Quick shot. Carlos Coll cues. Check out COOL.
Nope.
Cues.
COLL.
I'm sorry. That would be cool cues, wouldn't it? Check out COLLcues.com. Really nice work. I'm very impressed with you. I mean, you really are a craftsman.
Thank you.
And you're a young guy, too. What are you, like 29?
I'm going to be 40 this year.
You're going to be 40?
Yes.
Dude, you look
like
young.
Like I said, this dark hair, this is just for men, brother. That's all. Silver.
You look really young, sir.
There's all sorts of gray in there.
Anyway, I want you guys to, check
You
out.
can also Google it.
Check out Coll Cues.
Yeah, you could Google Coll Cues, and I have a Facebook page up if you want to get in touch with me, or if you want a friend and see the
local
updates and
cue
stuff like
maker.
that, so.
By the way, and there's a reason why I have you as a guest on my show, because I like what you do. And when I spoke with you on the phone to get to know you a little bit better, you told me that you did fittings for your clients,
Yep.
and I think that's really cool. That you'll spend an hour or so with them. Now, this is only for the serious.
Well, it's people that are
serious
purchasing
player,
people that
of
are
course.
purchasing my cues.
Yeah.
I obviously it's not in my best interest to do fittings for people for other makers' cues.
Yeah.
But I like people to do well. I like to help them with their game if I can. And everybody says a great player can play with a broomstick, but when they go play a national tournament, they don't play with a broomstick. They play with what fits them best and what they think plays better for them.
Absolutely.
So,
I mean.
When you're not a good player, you need a better cue.
Well, I would say actually the worse player you are, the more you should play with a broomstick, because it's not going to make a difference.
Do you have any advice on what type of joint to use, or you usually just do 3/8-10?
I do the 3/8-10 because I could do a lot with it. I can make it hit different ways by using different joint materials. I could balance it different by making the length of the pin going into
Sure.
the cue a little bit different, and it's very flexible, and it's a very popular joint. So a lot of different people could put their shafts on them, or it's not. I like 3/8-10. But there's nothing. I've got nothing against other types of joints. I mean, as long as the cue plays well, I don't care.
Yeah. I'm just curious, and by the way, this is a Mezz sponsored event. I highly recommend, if you want to support a local cue maker in the California area and
I'll
pick
tell you
something out
straight
by
up.
Carlos.
I'll tell you straight up,
you can
Daniel.
easily put a Mezz shaft
Yeah.
on it, and
I'll tell you straight up, if I wasn't building my cues, I would be playing with a Mezz, and that's no BS. I mean,
yeah,
that's
Mezz is
like-
an extremely high quality product.
I really like the way their shafts play. They have a low deflection shaft that still has a good feel. It's not a
the
dead hit.
WX, right?
Yes, their extension system in the back of the cue is a really good extension system. It doesn't make the cue look
Well
weird
engineered,
or-
well
Yeah, it's
designed.
you can't tell that it's there until you put the extension in there. Where most of the extension kits that are on the industry right now it's very obvious that's an extension kit. And they have good quality.
Yes, absolutely.
Mika's involved with the company. He's an amazing player, and he, out of all the pros that I've fitted or that I've had play with my cues or cross-reference information, he gets it. He really
because you've
understands.
done work for Mika Immonen.
Well, I'll do some of his repairs when he's in town and stuff like
Right,
that. If he needs
right.
some stuff done to his cues while he's in town. So he really gets it, and he puts that. You can see that the knowledge that he has goes into the equipment, and that the equipment plays really well. So Mezz puts out a really good product. And I have local players with my cues that play with Mezz shafts, and honestly, I would as well if I couldn't make my shaft play like I wanted to, because I think it's as close to what I like as I can get without manufacturing myself or adjusting it myself.
Right.
But and good quality stuff.
Yeah, and I just wanted to give you guys a sneak peek at some of these cues and some of the work that Carlos does.
Oh, look at this
He's a
shape. If
custom
he stays
maker.
out of there, that is a pity.
That's the second
that's a
time
tough
we've seen
break.
him scratch like this too.
That is a tough break.
Not to the same pocket, but he scratched in the last game, didn't he?
Yes.
And as quick score correction as well, it is 3-3. We started this game out 3-0. We're not started out that way,
Yeah, but he scratched in 2 of the last balls.
yeah. And you know what? I got to tell you right now, the pressure's on Ramin because he goes to 8 games.
Well,
Rodney only goes to 7 games.
You're never ahead 3 and lose 3 and not feel the pressure. I mean, the shit.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Finally used
The S word.
Finally used a bad word. The stuff that goes through your head when you're, when you're losing your advantage is not nice.
Yeah.
And the momentum changes when you make up 3 games. When you're down 3 games, you get charged up. So it's definitely a momentum killer for sure.
Good break cue too, the Mezz power break.
Yes, they have a shorty too, which I don't. I have a hard time with the short break cues, but a lot of people seem to like them a lot. That's the other thing that I like about the Mezz as a company is that they evolve really fast. Their evolution of new technology comes out quickly. So if there's something that's new school, they're not the last ones in the industry putting it together. They're usually some of the first ones putting it out there, and that innovation should be applauded, and should be
Rewarded, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You should always, especially in an industry like this, you should definitely be rewarded for your hard work.
We have another dry break.
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen some amazing
A lot of dry breaks. The spreads
dry
aren't-
break.
Yeah, the spreads are not very large.
People play really good players struggling with the break. It's just not fair, I tell you.
Excuse me for 1 second, Dave.
All right. Edgy Geronimo still playing Christopher Fangray now. Fach Garcia playing Philip Prentice. Vilmos, Foldish, and Tang Ho. It looks like Vilmos is on the hill 8 games to 5. So Tang will go immediately to the one-loss side if he loses. And Vilmos is actually shooting right now on the 3-ball. Jaynard Orke still trailing Johnny Kang 6 games to 3. And Jaynard Orke lost earlier today to Melissa Herndon. So from the one-loss side, these guys are fighting to stay in the match.
Melissa still in the tournament?
Yes, she beat Jaynard Orke in the
Awesome.
second, I
How
think
many-
in
how
her
many
first
women-
round.
How many women that entered
Only
the-
one. Only
Just
one.
her?
Oh, only one female in the top 32. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we had
What was she ranked exactly? do you know?
around 9 females in the 231 player field, which the MZWST Tour consisted of over 11 dates. And to answer your question regarding her ranking position,
I'm just curious to see how she came into the top 32. But that also depends on how many other stops you actually played, though, right?
yeah, she
So it's a
played
point
like
system?
3 or no, actually she played like 4 or 5 stops, if I remember correctly.
Ramin playing a safety, trying to hook him behind the 10 ball. And he hit him, but he doesn't seem very happy because he's actually trying to freeze him. Like I said earlier, these guys play safeties. They don't just want to put you behind a ball. They want to freeze you up against the ball and
Yeah.
make sure you don't have any options.
Yeah, there's no mercy in these in the strategy here. Official points for Melissa Herndon. She had 205 points on the tour, ranked number 26.
All right, that's pretty good.
And if you guys are curious, Rodney Wynn is actually ranked number 17 on the MZWST
She
Tour.
was just right below Fach Garcia and right above Justin Logan.
Yes, yes.
Looks like Efren didn't qualify. He didn't play enough weeks, right?
Efren did not play enough events to qualify. Yeah.
What were the top 5 or top 10? Scroll up real quick.
Top 5 were Vilmos Foldish and Bo Runnigan, Oscar Dominguez, Rodrigo Geronimo, and Ernesto Dominguez.
All right, and right below them we just have Attila
Bezdan,
Johnny Kang.
Johnny Kang, Amar Kang, who actually canceled
Really?
and did not come down to play.
Wow.
No. Jaynard Orke,
And Kevin May.
Kevin May, Santos Sambajon, number 11.
Vilmos won. So it looks like the match between Vilmos and Tang is over. Looks like Vilmos won. Wonder what happened there. Tang looked like he left in a hurry, huh? Oh, he went to get.
I think Tang's probably hungry or thirsty. It's been a tough.
No, it's been a long match. I know.
Well, not just that. I mean, he just played
He kept playing and playing
two
and playing,
tough
yeah.
matches, you know, and he beat Edgy,
Yep.
and you know, he's probably pooped, man.
Yeah, he went. I saw him going back to back to back.
Exactly.
I prefer that, actually. I prefer that than to sitting around for hours. We had one year at the BCA, we actually played from 7:30 in the morning till 2:30 in the morning, nonstop. It was pretty brutal, but we were on. It was almost reflex at that point. You just keep playing and playing and playing. Our older players couldn't hang though. They well, let's see.
Nice shot by
Oh,
Rodney.
he might go a little
Cue ball
long
needs
on
to
this.
slow down.
Yeah, might go a little long on this.
I think he's okay actually, but he's sort of on the wrong side, isn't he? I mean,
I'm not sure he can pocket that.
you know what? I think he can. I think he can. He needs to dig in and come up above the 6 though.
You're right.
Like
you can
that,
see it just
yeah.
fine, and that works.
What? But now this is no picnic right
Yeah,
here.
little super stroke going on there.
Well, not really a super stroke. I think just more draw than
You
anything.
think just a stroke?
Draw and spin and just a stroke in general. Ow.
There you go again, man. I
Yeah.
mean, the shape is perfect, but I don't think you need to be that far down.
Just real quick, I want to show you guys the top 16 that we had on the MZWST Tour. Vilmos Foldish, Bo Renigan, Oscar Dominguez, Rodrigo Geronimo, Ernesto Dominguez, Attila, Johnny Kang, Amar Kang, Jaynard Orque, Kevin May, Santos Sambajon, Jaden Brock, Ruben Batista, Phil Prentice, Ramin Bakhtiari, and Dave Hema. And if you're interested in finding out what the other rankings are for your favorite players, I highly recommend you join the MZWST Tour Facebook page.
There were also some pretty big monster players in that tour. I mean, you had Mika Eminem as well. You had Rodney Morris playing as well, right? You had who else was playing?
Yeah, we did. But they didn't play many either. They
Corey
played like
Deuel.
1 or 2
Corey
matches.
Deuel. Corey Deuel played.
Corey
as well.
Deuel showed up to a match, and wow.
Again. That's the third time, right?
Yeah, it's like 3.
It's gonna be hard.
Three's a charm.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to win a match if you're scratching 3 times with less than a couple of balls left on the table.
Okay, right now on the one-loss side, we're going to have Bob Jacques versus Jason Williams, Edgy Geronimo versus Chris Fengray.
It looks like Vilmos beat Tang Ho, so he's on to play Attila tomorrow.
So Tang Ho will go on to play Attila.
Vilmos.
I didn't hear you.
Vilmos will play Attila tomorrow.
Okay, good. So Vilmos makes it to the top 8, and so does Attila.
Oh, Ronnie just missed this 8 ball in the side pocket. Didn't leave Ramin easy though.
Cousins and brothers. Cousins and family. It's a family affair here at MZWST Tour on the winner's side. Oscar Dominguez has to play Ernesto Dominguez. Meanwhile, the next match down in the bracket, Attila Bezdan needs to play Vilmos Foldish. And they are cousins. Very interesting turn of events here. Those matches will happen tomorrow. Whether or not Ernesto and Oscar do play each other remains to be seen. I will have to see if I can get a word from one of them to let me know what they plan on doing.
Oh, Ramin tried to play a safety here, going a couple of rails to leave him in the middle of the table, but he left him a little bit closer to the corner pocket than he would have liked. You know, I'm a little torn about the Ernesto and Oscar not playing, because I could understand why they wouldn't, but it would be such a good story for the. It would be such a good.
I really
story
think it
for
would.
for the game.
I think it would be poignant. It would be an historical an event as well, an historical
It would
event.
be great story, great story.
I mean, we're talking about
Well, in the sense of building heroes.
Ernesto's son.
In the sense of building heroes and building characters and storylines. I mean, that's how you get new blood into an industry. That's how you get. I mean, like, it's like Tiger Woods in golf over the last decade before he went off the rails. Like, if you didn't have him in the golf industry, there was a lot of times where you wouldn't get the viewers. You wouldn't, like. And stories like that. We need stories like that. We need heroes in this industry. We need people up there playing that everybody wants to go watch and they want to see how they do. And that's a great story.
I agree 100%. It would be nice to see them play.
If it's going to create static between father and son, then it's not worth it.
But why would it? Why would it? Is really the question.
I guess the question is
why would it cause any static at all?
I'm just saying why even. Well, because they're both really focused, competitive individuals. That's why they're good players.
Now, cause static is one thing. Start a whole snowball of events could be another. I'm
sure. I'm sure.
I think they're both grown-ups, though.
I'm sure Ernesto has nothing but pride for his son, and I don't see. I don't see. What's the point of playing him? You know what I mean?
This is fodder for the AZ Billiard forums.
Yes.
That's all I can say. Start your threads now.
I can't do it. I
I tell you, it's real difficult to actually have an opinion about it.
No, they're both friends of mine. I respect I respect.
I'll be
both
100%
of them highly,
honest with you. Again, I'll share my opinion with you. I'll be 100% honest with you. I think they should.
It would be a great
play.
story. It would be a great story.
At some point in the near future, because they are playing the same events so often these days.
We got the count right now is 4-4, and we got another dry break.
Knowing my luck, though, of course, they'll probably come up to me and say, "Oh yeah, we did play 3 months ago in New York."
For the other guy.
Yeah, for the other guy.
Is
that 4-3, 4-4?
It looks like 4-4. I think the point of the story is that it makes it. Excuse me. It bridges a gap outside of the industry. It becomes it's a story that could be more mainstream. That could bring new heads into the game. That could because it goes beyond pool. I think both of these guys are struggling a little bit now. The momentum has been kind of knocked out of both of them based on.
It's been mentioned in our chat room that it's possibly construed as collusion. That it's their tour, and why shouldn't they play each other?
I have
can be construed as collusion.
I have mixed feelings about that because
basically beefing up the field with family members. Team Mexico, let's just say, for instance, Team Hungary.
How would it change?
Attila and Vilmos definitely play each other. We've seen it already.
How would it change the odds? It doesn't change the odds at all. They're not teaming up against anybody. They're not laying down to get better spots. All they're doing is not playing each other. One of them gets to forfeit. It changes nothing.
You're asking me this, but I'm just saying this is what I've seen in the chat room.
I'm not asking you. I'm just stating my opinion.
This is what will probably be born on AZ Billiards.
Oh, of course.
Very soon.
There's going to be a million people putting out conspiracy theories and all that stuff. It ultimately makes no difference.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at other industries. Look at poker tours. There's plenty of people that go and play with friends, and then sometimes they don't want to play with each other. If they get to a certain point, they chop it, or if they get to a certain point, they let whoever's playing better have the biggest stack win. I mean, it doesn't change anything when it comes to how statistically how you're going to end up.
To me, it's really just for posterity and historical preservation.
Yeah.
I think it would just be great.
It would be fantastic. It would be a fantastic story.
And I think I agree with you. I think it would be good for pool.
If you're out there and you think you're going to lose because father lets son win or son lets father win, you need to, pull up your pants and,
pull up your pants.
Yeah, just pull up your pants and stop whining. I mean.
We got the Williams family: Jason, George, Marshall, Jared, all pool players, right? One father and three brothers.
Only one.
They will always play each other.
But the point of having a better advantage, it's inconsequential. Only one of them gets to play at a time. If you lose to one of them, step up, improve your game, and win. Don't complain.
Yeah.
There's not like they're in cahoots. They don't get twice as many shots. They don't get to.
Anyway, listen, I want to apologize, folks, for those
going on a
watching
rant.
and very being interested in this match. I really want to apologize to you guys.
Well, let's see
because,
what we got here now. We got 7, 8, 9, 10. Everything pretty open. The 9-ball is not too tough as long as you can get down the table and roll up to get straight on it with the 8. Oh, a little bit too much action. You can slow roll that. It shouldn't. But that works fine. A little bit of top, get up straight on that 9-ball. Or not. That I don't know. That I don't understand. That's tough. That's a tough shot, especially on these tables.
Well, this is kind of the 50-yard line. What do you think, Carlos?
I think he should have been out. I mean, I think he played a little bit tougher than it needed to be. For all you guys out there that are not aware of this, most of these tables have much tighter pockets than regulation tables on the Pro Tour. Like Pro Tour tables have much bigger pockets than all of these. So a lot of these shots that seem easy on TV are not quite as easy on these tables. So you got to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, actually, this table came from West State Billiards, by the way, and it came with the standard 4 1/4 inch pockets.
So this is actually tour regulation size?
Yeah.
Okay, so I take it back then. That was not good.
If I'm not mistaken. Now you got me second guessing
Rest of
myself.
the tables here are not, though.
No, no. Some of these most of the pockets here are 4 1/8, and there are 2 tables here that are 3 7/8.
To give somebody a perspective on that, a regulation size pocket fits 2 balls and a 1/4 ball, something like that.
Yeah.
And some of these tables won't fit only like a ball and a 3/4 of a ball. So they're almost 3/4 of a ball tighter.
Yeah, it's considerably tight.
So you have 3/4 of a ball less space to make your ball.
By the way, Johnny Kang is still in his match with Jaynard Orque, and
Ronnie just airballed that one.
It's going to be ball in hand for Ramin. And Johnny Kang's actually on the hill right now. He's shooting at the 1 ball. And we'll get back to this match.
Oh, he managed to bring it a little bit too far back.
Yeah,
he might not be able
looks
to see
like
this 2 ball now.
He's hooked. He's kicking. Ramin's taking ball in hand right now, but I want to see if Johnny can kick this in. This would be nice to see for him. He got out of line.
And Johnny plays with a really strange cue. He has this little sneaky Pete that he's had for a long time with no finish on it or anything.
Yeah.
The wrap groove has been, it has a wrap groove, so it doesn't have a wrap. He likes it. He plays with like Black Pharaoh. He was actually the one that got me to start trying out Black Pharaohs a while back. And
yeah, you being a cue maker, you must really get fascinated by people's cues, especially some of the weird ones that you just can't distinguish what they are, right?
Listen, no matter how good your cue is, there's nothing stronger than a Dumbo feather. You know what I mean by Dumbo feather?
No.
Dumbo thought he could fly because he was holding a feather on his trunk, right?
Yeah, so
that
you go.
Dumbo feather effect. If you think you're the best player in the world because of your cue, that confidence is irreplaceable.
Is that anything like new cue-itis?
Kinda.
Yeah. Okay. Rolls? Rolls of what?
He wants rolls in his favor. He wants some rolls in his favor. We got Ramin asking us.
Sorry, I still got him in my mind.
Ramin's
I've still got him playing the bar table tournament, and he's putting quarters.
He wants a roll of quarters.
A roll of quarters.
And Ramin's asking for rolls on the table. He wants
He's
to get a
rolling
couple
for
of good rolls.
Jeez, man. He's put Kojak in the subway 3 times
What's
in a
the count
row.
right now? I kind of got distracted.
It's
a little
5-4, sir.
All right.
This is no good for Ramin because he clearly had the advantage in this match. And, as I was saying,
He scratched 3
alternate
times.
break format, you're not supposed to lose like this.
Well,
You're not supposed to.
he scratched 3 times,
Yeah.
2 of them with less than 2 balls on the table, and a third one with 4 balls wide open on the table. You're not supposed to win those games.
I know. While Rodney's removing the Turtle Rack, we're going to quickly toggle over and take a look at Johnny Kang, who, by the way, is one of the unsung heroes, so to speak. And then he does that. He's kind of one of the unsung heroes of this MZWST tour. Johnny Kang has, in the very first few events, he managed to pick up very, very high finishes, 3rd and 5th place, losing only to the Filipinos who were visiting.
Doesn't everybody
like
lose to
Efren
Filipinos?
Reyes and Bustamante and Rodrigo Geronimo. And it was kind of a heartbreak for Johnny, who, had such a good showing in his first 3 or 4 events and found himself being bested by the Pinoys.
Well, if he's in that club of people get beaten by the Filipinos, it's a pretty big club.
Yeah.
So he shouldn't feel lonely there.
Well, we've seen Johnny Kang do so many great things on the pool table. We've seen him go to Hill with Ralph Souquet at the Hard Times 10 ball. Yeah, he's part of Team Korea.
Let's see what's going to happen here.
Oh.
That's going to open him enough to see the 2-ball, but I don't think he has a pocket.
He's got an easy safety here. Really easy safety.
I agree. But I want to shoot at everything. I want to make everything.
No, stop it, Carlos. No, you don't. You want to win. You want to see him scratch again?
No, I do not want to see anybody scratch again. I've had my fill of scratches all day already.
Boy, you know what? Look at him. He's so nervous right now. He can't even execute the safety the way he really should, He's so nervous right now.
It's
He's rattled himself.
It's really funny how that stuff happens. When you get stressed out, your short twitch muscles, your small twitch muscles don't work. You have to rely on your large muscle groups, and that's not easy. And it happens to everybody except for the Filipinos.
Take a look real quick. Jaynard Orke takes control, and he continues to make his comeback. It's now 7-5. Johnny Kang gets the break, so he's going to have to continue working to try to win this match with Jaynard.
What does Johnny have to go to?
He's on the hill, goes to
let's
8.
go to 8.
So
Okay.
it's an even 8-8 race.
Oh, I want to see what's going to happen with this shot right here. He's got to
He's calling this.
call that 10 ball all day long, right?
All day.
Unfortunately, that's what happens sometimes when you do that. All right, he's got a little touchy. Ramin's got a little touchy cut right here to come back for the 7 ball.
This one's over. Do you want to take a break? Mike, can I jump in?
Yeah, I gotta go eat.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no.
Cut him off all the
The horse person has nice stuff.
Did you find out how many more matches we're going to be doing after this?
You want me to find out?
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Well, let's see.
Find out if there's another one on the street table.
Okay, that was a close. I thought I was gonna see a 4th scratch there for a second, but we gotta.
I hope that's not wishful
I didn't mean
thinking,
that- no, I
Carlos,
didn't
because
mean
that's
that as a
really
joke.
not.
I didn't
That's
mean that
not
as
a
a
nice
joke.
thing. I don't know if you're a nice person anymore.
I don't want to see any more of those, and I'm definitely an a-hole. That's not up for debate. That's common knowledge. But
You know what? He's struggling right now.
that's fine. All you have to do is grit your teeth and bear. Just get through it.
Got to, especially now. He's down a game.
How'd that happen?
That's what I'm trying to say.
Big scratcho.
It's not like Rod. I'm not trying to say Rodney's a slouch or anything.
They said it depends on how long this match takes.
All right. We don't know if we're going to be streaming another match today. It depends on how long this match takes.
Is it a race to 7?
I think we have a match or two in line. But
Who would be playing if?
I think the winner of someone playing Tang, I believe.
Tang?
yeah, we're gonna have another match today.
We could get
So
the highlight match to get on here.
what would be the highlight match?
Well, I think Tang has one. And then who else is playing?
We'll have
Tang's out.
whatever's left.
No, the play's tomorrow. So anybody that lost today is pretty much out.
Okay, here we go, Ramin. Find your stroke, young man.
He's playing right now. That's his last match.
Oh, way the hell over there. So what would be the match against Ramin?
There you go. Cinched it. Get it in there. And Ramin will tie this up.
Don't call it before the ball's in the hole, big guy. There you go.
There you go.
Cue ball
5
goes-
to 5.
Cue ball goes to the middle of the rail, and there's no hole to scratch there. so
Yes,
we're good.
exactly. He's like, oh, thank goodness. So toggling very quickly over again to Johnny Kang's match, shooting on the 2 and bridging over this 8 ball.
It looks like he has a cue extension on the back end. Oh, that's a foul. You're not supposed to be able to do that.
What, you can't do that?
Oh, no. That's I mean, if you're playing BCA rules,
What did he do?
you can't let go of your bridge and your cue at the same time and line up your shot.
Really?
Yes, that would be considered a foul of BCA rules. I don't know what rules you guys are playing by, so I don't know, but you cannot put your bridge and your cue on the table.
We're playing YMCA rules.
YMCA rules, and everything's
So,
allowed. As long as you're singing and wearing a funny hat. You don't
The
wanna know-
one in Silver Lake.
you don't want to know the other rules.
That's interesting. I've never been told that. I've never known that to be a rule. You can't let go of, and also using just walking over to the end of
your
the.
cue to line up a shot. So when you use a
Yeah.
bridge and a cue, and then you put them both down, and
I guess it's considered cheating. Yeah, you're right.
Well, even though he wasn't really lining up a shot, he was just making sure that he can place the bridge close to the 8 ball without fouling. But letting go of both of your cue and your bridge at the same time and walking around, it's considered a foul in BCA rules.
Wow.
I watched a match a long time ago before Jennifer Beretta was actually a professional player. She was playing a girls' team from New York, and somebody called for a ref, and somebody on her team was lining up the shot, and she had to wait for the ref to come over. So she let go of both of them to wait for the ref to get over there. And once the ref got there, the opponent said foul because she's not holding on.
Wow. Carlos, I swear to God, I would venture to say that there's probably less than 100 people in the U.S. that know about that rule.
I've seen it happen. So
And yeah. Oh, what a nice.
that is a great shot. That's a
Well,
fantastic
actually,
shot.
he got lucky. He was trying to make the 1.
That's a good backup plan.
Hey, I think
plan.
somebody bought him a roll.
Oh, it wasn't me. I don't have
It
any money.
wasn't me. Geraldine says, "Is that your move? You wait for somebody to use both hands to let go of the rest and the cue? Is that your move?
I've actually played.
That's your unique move to win a match.
I'm actually
Foul.
very polite. I'm actually very polite when it comes to calling fouls, almost to the point
You
where I'm
can't
scared
do
to call
that.
the foul.
Third foul.
It's on the third
I
foul.
only
that you
do it on the
that,
third
right?
foul. Yes. If you foul twice and you put the bridge and the cue down, I'll call you on it so I can win the game.
Yeah.
Looks like he could play easy safety here as well. It's freeze him up on that 6 ball.
Let's say that. All right, safety battle now.
Just an update for you guys. Who do we have playing today, Daniel?
Who do we have playing?
Yes, right now.
Wow,
Just
right
giving
now.
the guys
If
that-
you're just
anybody that
joining us,
joined
guys, this is Rodney Wynn versus Ramin Bakhtiari in the one-loss side of the MZWST Tour's Top Gun event here at Hard Times Billiards in Bellflower, California. We're going to be streaming here all for the remainder of today and tomorrow. We'll be here for the final 8 players who will qualify for the final of the event.
The final of the
It's a
final.
two-day
of the
event.
final?
2 days, 32 players. I think that's kind of cool.
I
It gives us a
like
little
King of
more
the Hill,
space
but,
to
yeah.
focus on the players and the games.
Yes, we need to make heroes, man. We don't do a very good job at that in this industry.
No.
Yeah, promoting the players and getting the players to be household names brings more revenue to the industry, and it helps everybody in the industry make more money. So for you sponsors out there listening to this, or any house pros, or like, just push your guys. When they win a tournament, post it all over. Let people know that they're doing well. When they change sponsorships, let them know that they're doing well.
Dude, I tell people every once in a while, I mean, I hate to say, I don't mean dude, but I tell people on the live stream, I tell them to go to their pool hall and thank the owner for staying open.
No, I tell you
thank
what.
them. What can I do for you to make your pool hall a better pool hall,
I'll give you a good example. The room that I play at,
Thank you for having a tournament.
Yeah, the room that I play at doesn't really put together many tournaments or anything like that. The owner's not really involved in the industry. He doesn't particularly care much about the industry. But we have a league organizer that is there almost every day.
Carl Yato.
Yeah, Carl's an amazing league organizer. We got.
There's always somebody at the pool hall there that
If it wasn't for Carl.
that really deserves appreciation. And I want to remind now that we're talking about it, I'm going to remind you guys again. Think about that person and do something nice for them. If not, just thank them and maybe give them a good idea.
I'll give you an example. People have no idea how much work it is. I've been going to that pool room since I was 16 years old. I'm going to be 40 in August.
Yeah.
Okay? That man has been there running that league that whole time. He's there every Wednesday.
Yeah.
He does the stats for everybody. And it's not a small league. I think we got like 70 or 80 members. It's a lot of people he has to keep
it's an
track of.
in-house league.
And he's there all the time. And
you have a women's division. You have a men's division.
in BCA, you got everything. It's a BCA league, so...
Yeah, and I'm noticing that too, that Jaynard is making a comeback. It's now 7 games to 6. 7 games to 6, folks. All you Jaynard Orke fans.
What does he have to go to?
He goes to, I believe it's an even race to 8.
Even race? Okay. That didn't. Well, it looks like Ronnie tried to play it safe right here, but he gave him enough rail to kick at this 1 ball. Didn't get entirely behind the 10 ball. No, but don't give your league organizers a hard time unless they're crooks. There's a couple of those out there, but if they're doing a hard time, if they're putting their time in to help you have a fun time, just make it easier for them, not harder. Because if we didn't have our leagues, I don't know, it'd be pretty sad.
But anyway, as I was saying, just there's always somebody to thank for the positive things they do in the billiard industry and the pool world, and we're lucky to have them.
I think we should thank your local cube builder.
Yes.
We're going to start that movement. Thank your local cube builder.
Well, I hope by having you on the show is my way of saying thanks to you.
Well, I appreciate it. You can have me in the show anytime you want. I'll be glad to answer any questions of the people that are posting up. Any cue related questions that you may have, I'll answer them to the best of my knowledge, and whatever I don't have, I'll make up so that it sounds legitimate.
As much as I hate to say it, though, too. As much as I hate to say it,
sounds made up, right?
I hate to tell you this, but most people in the audience are probably more worried about the match than they are about some guy that makes cues.
Well, I tell you what, I was watching the matches myself. We need to,
which is funny
give them a
because
little bit more updates because the passive viewer needs to know what's going on. So what's going on right now is Ramin is 6 over.
It's 6
Rodney's
to 5.
5.
6 to 5.
And he's stuck behind the 6 ball
Actually,
right now.
I am truly sorry.
That's backwards.
It's 6 to 4.
Really?
There's been a mistake. It's 6-4.
Well, that changes things a little bit.
This is a
That's a hell of a
real
try.
nice
That's
try
tough.
there. Yeah.
It's tough. Somebody asked about organizing a pool cue show in Los Angeles. Los Angeles is a tough venue. It's really expensive, and most people in Los Angeles don't show up to those type of events. So I had a friend that used to put together sporting events, and LA, LA is tough. It's really tough.
I've been in LA now since I was, on and off since I was 7 years old, and I'm just not a big sports fan. Never have been.
No, and that's what happens is everybody here is kind of jaded, and they don't really.
Are you calling me jaded? I'm not
We
saying
are.
I'm jaded.
A little bit.
No, just never really was a sports fan.
For example, my friends would put a skating event in LA. They would have almost no turnout. They would put a skating event in Cincinnati, and it would be like, you couldn't walk because so many people would show up. So it's tough. People want to go where the sponsors want to go where the money is. So it's hard.
Look at this. Ramin's like, can I have a can opener for this shot?
I'm not sure buying a roll for him at this point would
He's going to have to earn this roll. I mean, you know what this is, right? This is a long, short, long. He's going to have to play this 3 rails. Long, short, long. You see what I'm saying?
I don't think he could get to it because he would have to stand on the table to reach it.
Maybe he could do Johnny Kang's trick with using the bridge and then walking up to it to line it up.
I don't think it's going to help.
No? But you see what I'm saying? He'd have to jack up over the 2 and play this long, short, long.
I think
that's the only way to do this.
I think he's going to need 2 bridges to get there.
As Rolando Vicente would say, this is bridge over troubled waters. Here you go. It's he's got the shot right. Long, short, long. I hope he didn't hear me.
Hey, that's the thing. Everybody's getting. If you think we're coaching them, we.
Miscue.
I've seen a lot of that today. I'm trying to figure out what it is, but I don't know if it's nerves or that.
This is not the second. Yeah, this is the second time you're mentioning it now.
I've seen a lot of miscues today.
Yeah, but look at the way he was queuing over that ball. Yeah. I mean,
no, but I saw Santos miscue 3 or 4 times earlier. I saw a handful of really top
players miscuing.
Professional miscuing. I should just go around finding out what equipment is failing on everybody and just post it everywhere, right? Isn't that what people do?
Which is what? Say that again?
Go find out whose equipment is failing who, and then just like...
That's what competitors like to do.
So-and-so had that tip, and it was failing all over the place. And there you go. He put him back where he was before. Figures if he didn't like it last time, he's not going to like it this time. Is there a 3-foul rule?
Yes, there is a 3-foul rule.
Oh, we've been made aware that there's a 3-foul rule.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the players are aware of it.
I think he's on 1, right? He's on 1 right now. So if he fouls again, it'll be 2. Is that correct?
Well, he was saying that this would be a 3rd one right now.
Well, I don't know if Rodney is supposed to inform him. Yeah, that's true.
How do you feel about that? Letting the other person know if they haven't been paying attention?
I think it's important to do that. I think that's actually a very good part of the rule, is that you have to tell your opponent that he's on 2 fouls and he has to acknowledge it, because so many arguments get started over the 3-foul rule.
Well, there goes another foul right now.
Like for him to walk up and say, that's 3 fouls, right? Okay, I guess
I think
Rodney
he was aware
did
of
let
it,
him
yes.
know.
I guess he was aware of it. So
Wow, this is
Ramin
pretty
just lost the
interesting.
game on
Rodney
3
gets him
fouls.
on 3 fouls, and it's 6-5 now. So Rodney Wynn was down.
So what's the strategy on hindsight? I mean, if the table is that screwed up, did you just spread everything out if you know you can't get to that ball and they're going to put you back in the same place? Because that table was ideal for hooking somebody. I mean, everything was in the way of those balls getting to the ball.
So
he needed
what
to
are you
get.
suggesting? He should just soft break this right now and then.
No, I was suggesting that, if you see the table is so locked up and
Oh.
you have such a big, great wall of china in front of you where the person could play you safe 3 times in a row,
Yeah.
you're better off just spreading everything out.
Oh, you mean if you're the one trying to get out of the foul? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think you might be right about that. At this point, though, I don't think Ramin is thinking too clearly right now.
I don't know. I like to see the match. It'd be a good match towards the end here. I'm telling you, man, this table's been the spread after the break hasn't been the easiest of spreads,
Well, the breaks have been difficult. We've seen them struggling.
and it's not the rack
With
'cause
making balls on the break.
It's definitely not the rack because I've been watching some of the other matches, and these guys were making balls from everywhere.
That's like I said. I saw Ruben breaking on this table was like completely different. He was doing really well. And Oscar Dominguez. Well, Oscar struggled a little bit too, though, in the beginning. I'm noticing though neither of these two players are really power breaking that much. Have you noticed that they're not putting a lot of power into the break?
I mean, there's plenty of strength to move the balls out. I mean, it seems like every time I look down after a break, there's 2 or 3 clusters of balls where there's not a clear
Not
run.
very good spread.
Yeah.
We haven't seen it in this match, at least.
Yeah, I'm talking compared to some of the other matches that I was watching earlier.
Were you watching earlier today?
I
online?
was watching. No, I was watching here when I got here before I came over and sat down in the booth. But I was watching Edgy, I was watching Tang and Bill Busch, Bo Ronigan and Dave Hema and Oscar. That's a pretty good safety, right?
Okay, so Ramin says, okay, you get me 3 fouls. Your kung fu no good.
Let's see how he gets to this one. I'm thinking neither of these guys are thinking about kung fu right now. So,
Then
some kung pao maybe.
they're not good players.
They might be thinking about some kung pao.
Yeah, that's true. Oh no, I don't like this line. You see what he's doing? He's looking at this line.
How else are you gonna get to it?
2-railer. Tiny window.
2-railer scratchy.
I don't like this. Well, he could get there. Look at, he tied everything up. So, you know what? I tell you what, this ball in hand worked out for him.
I'm not sure. I think a decent player could break these balls out from him. That wasn't an earthquake, right? The live stream just
No, that's no
I know,
kicking table. You kick it. You'll go there, kick other table. Thank you.
We could have played it off like an earthquake. There you go, but nope.
Well, look at that. That's ugly. That is ugly.
Yeah.
He's not even really he's just thinking, oh, I'll just put the cue ball over there somewhere and it'll hit it out. But he's not really taking much care.
Yeah, you think he's not honing in exactly on where he needs
I
to
know Ramin's game. He's not thinking right now. He's really not. He's tired. He's thinking about Kung Pao. Just like you said. No, I agree with you 100%.
I did not say Ramin is thinking about Kung Pao.
Oh, yeah, he is. That's no good.
No,
That's no
another
good.
scratch. That's another scratch. Ball in hand. I tell you what, if Ramin was playing a stronger player,
it'd be over.
as many ball in hands, if the
It'd be
count,
over.
would be, if he was playing any of the top guys.
If he's playing a 9, yeah.
I mean, not to put down.
Well, no, he's playing a 7 and he's still rattled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Meanwhile, look at Johnny Kang too. Now, finally, Jaynard Orke has been grinding him down. The score is still 7-6.
Really, this is still the
Jaynard
same
was
game?
down 4-1 against Johnny Kang. Then he was down 6-3, and look at that. Just lets Jaynard right back in.
Wow. Looks like Rodney has a decent table here. 9 balls close to the side pocket, but it should have plenty of room to go. There you go. Just cinch it. See what happens when you just cinch it?
Yeah.
You don't get crazy about the shape now.
Yeah.
He still has angle on that 7 ball.
Yeah. Rodney's playing a little more fundamentally sound game right now, whereas Ramin's kind of like daydreaming or something. Are you noticing that, though? I mean, he really is... I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Ramin. I have utmost respect for him.
There you go. You come out.
I'm sure he'll agree with you that we all have these moments in our game.
I'm having one right now.
In your- Rodney's doing all right, though. He's stuck in. He's hung in this match. Played a good 3-foul game on him.
A little more angle than he'd like, but this should be okay. This is about the time where Ramin wants his roll.
Oh, my gosh.
Told you.
Oh,
Time
my
that Ramin wants
gosh.
his roll.
Well, did he get the roll? Did he get the roll?
He's not gonna.
He didn't get a roll.
He got quick with that stroke. That stroke was a little jabby, He stroked everything else, Rodney did. He stroked everything else really relaxed and calm, and that last one, he kind of poked at it like a 18-year-old at prom.
Look at Ramin, though. Look at this. Like he's addicted to drama right now. he doesn't have anything simple right here, and he's really hanging on to every
Just cut it.
every
cinch it. Just
bad
cinch
thing that's happening to him.
Oh, I guess
that's
not.
what you got to do, buddy. That is my man, Ramin. There you go.
I don't know. I think I'd have cut the hell out of it.
Oh
and
no!
scratched.
Oh no!
I would've-
no!
I would've cut
Not
it.
as bad as he's playing.
I would have
right
cut it
now.
and scratched.
No way! No way! No. Hang in there.
I know my game.
Play the
really
right
well,
shot.
Daniel. I would have cut it and scratched.
We should play later. Definitely. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh.
He's not gonna make him shoot it.
Yeah.
Is he aware that he doesn't get 2 turns to make the tempo? You know.
No, he is aware.
He's aware he doesn't get 2 turns.
I'm sorry. I was just looking at the scoreboard, making sure that we didn't make another score mistake here. Ramin's on the hill, going to 8 games. You got to be kidding me. Jaynard looks like he's about to take this match against Johnny Kang. Or this game. Jaynard goes to 8, doesn't he? So Jaynard goes to 8 as well. Wow, why did he do that?
What the fuck? What? Excuse me, guys.
Look at this.
I don't understand
That
that.
was horrible. I can't believe he did that shot.
I just had an aneurysm, guys. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Can't believe he just did
do
that.
not understand that. All he had to do was tap that ball and he had straight in shot on the
I don't
table.
know. I don't know what's going on.
Why would you go 3 rails on that?
You know what? This is one of the tables that's 3 7/8 inch pockets. So
But what are
the
you talking
distance,
about?
the distance might have scared
had
him.
a foot away from the temple,
Look.
straight into the corner pocket.
All right, look, I don't know. I'm trying to defend him, but at the same time,
I'm not attacking him. I'm just like, my brains are bleeding right now.
It was a bad shot. It was a bad shot. We all make bad shots. Don't get me wrong. I'm not judging him at all. Jaynard is an extremely competent player. I've seen him do it.
I just.
But he
I
played
just
a bad
don't know
shot.
Anybody that would have shot that way. I don't know. Maybe he saw something down there that we didn't see down here. Maybe there was a.
You know, he was just look. He's just trying to get perfect shape, and that's the end of
You
it.
had perfect shape, just rolling the ball up 3 or 4 inches.
All right, you know what? The complaints desk is right around the corner.
Okay,
Go
I'll
file one.
I'm definitely filing
All right,
one.
Good.
I'm filing one. Can I have my medical bills covered for the aneurysm I just had watching that?
Hey, you want to know something? This is how the show is during the one-loss side. This is it. This is what you get when you play the one-loss side. You get a lot of errors. You get a lot of players, good players, making honest mistakes.
So next time before I sit down, can you give me a disclaimer?
No.
Can I get a disclaimer next time,
No,
please?
because you're the only one that would sit here.
My brain hurts.
Johnny Kang now is calling the 10 to the side, to the corner. What a shot!
That was insane.
What a shot by Johnny Kang, who takes the match 7 games to 6
If you would have
against
bet me,
Jaynard
if you would have bet me any amount of money when there were 2 balls left on that table, I would have told you this was going to go hill.
That was a great shot, considering the size of those pockets. Excellent. Finally taking it down after having a 3-game lead in the beginning of the match, 4-1, and then it was like 6-3. Finally,
I got to tell you, my heart bleeds.
7-6. Johnny wins 8-6.
My heart bleeds for Raynor. I want to go give him a hug right now because that was brutal.
I don't know what he did.
Was
That was probably one of the worst mistakes I've seen in a little while.
It was strange for sure, to say the least.
Maybe he just wanted to play it that way, open up his arm a little. I don't know. I mean,
I'm trying to find
We
a
all
rational
have-
thought for it, and the only thing I could think of is that they had a little bit of a weird angle where he was worried about the cue ball going. But I don't know. It seemed like you could just roll it up a few inches and then you're good. You tap the ball in and tap and shoot the other one straight into the corner.
it's true. In the chat room, Gentle Ben says, it's called pressure, which that's actually the only thing I can put it on. So, incidentally, I want to say happy birthday again to Chris Swart, owner of the California Billiard Club, who is planning on reopening in the next 45 days. Chris Swart owns a new location in Fremont, California. It's going to reopen as California Billiards. And want to wish him the happiest of happy birthdays. And we look forward to coming out to California Billiards again very soon. I actually have pictures of the pool hall when I was there a couple of months ago, and I truly apologize, Chris. I've been so busy. I meant to write a press release to do a little sneak preview on the pool hall. I will try to get something out within the next week. But in the meantime, happy birthday, best to you, and hope you're having a great day today.
Okay, so what do we got here now? What's the count? 7-5?
Count is 7 games to 5. So Ramin is on the hill.
Yeah, and Johnny dodged a hill game there.
What a beautiful match.
That should have been.
Well, I mean, what a beautiful shot that was.
Yeah, that was a fantastic shot.
Absolutely. Clutch.
I wouldn't have guessed in a million years that after seeing the last 2 balls left on that table, that match was going to end up that game was going to end up going to Johnny.
Poor Jaynard, because he's, it breaks my heart to see any of these guys lose. They're all, I consider them all friends to a certain degree. Yeah. And,
well, it's hard to see somebody lose on something like that because it. Yeah. Yeah, my heart definitely bleeds for Jaynard on that. It should have gone hill on that one. That was a strange choice for that last shape on that 10 ball.
Meanwhile,
Ramin seems to be a little bit sharp with some commotion that's going on the sidelines a little bit.
yeah.
Focus is not there. That's what you were saying earlier, man. When you really focus, you don't notice that stuff.
Yeah. No, you don't. Like, who paid Ramin to come over here and talk? I mean, Ramon Mystica. You hear his voice in the background? He's going to play the winner of that match. So he wants Rodney Wynn to win. He wants the lesser skilled guy. You know, Rodney's hanging in there, man. I really got to give it to him.
He's playing some good. He's
coming
playing
back
some
from
good
3-0. He's playing some good safeties.
Playing some good safeties for sure.
And he's still taking his time at this table, and that's good. I actually have to say that Rodney's head is way more together in this game than Ramin's is.
Yeah, he's definitely taking his time to figure it out, playing good safeties. I mean, he had that one game where he just rushed the 10 ball, where, you know, if it would have smooth stroke, it probably would have made it a lot easier. But
That's a good shot right there.
that's what I mean. You look at his stroke right now. He's stroking smooth. It's not, it's not jabby at all. He got on that 10 ball in that last game and just jabbed it. You know.
Yeah, he's 90% sure to, well, let's say 80% to run this out, because the 8 to the 9 could go funny.
I was 100% sure that Jaynard was going to win that last game. And
Oh my gosh, can you believe that?
Well, this is pretty easy. Just a little roll, get yourself a little bit of angle on the 8, and come back down for the 9, and take it easy. Take it easy.
Rodney getting the right angle on the 8 ball here.
That's more angle that I'm comfortable with, but it should be fine.
Perfect.
Oh, come on, take it easy.
Oh, he's back cutting, but
It's all right. It's all right.
yeah, you just bear down, you make this. You roll this in.
You
Don't
got
do anything
tons of room.
crazy.
You could go 1 rail, you could go 2 rails, you could do, I mean, you can. The only thing you can't do is leave yourself in the 50-yard line like that. Oh, he got a little bit
That's
past
on the
60,
46.
60,
The 46-yard line.
You can see a little bit of it. It should be
First
fine.
down and no,
be
it's
down.
fourth and inches. Uh-oh. Well, actually, look at the way he's overextending. Maybe this is the
You're gonna have
50-yard
to shoot
line.
this with the
for him.
bridge, and that's not comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
it's not comfortable without the bridge. And again, I mean, that's another key point in the match too. I mean, he gets up here. It's they're going to be within what? Within 1 game of each other? Within 2 games of each other?
Within 1 game. It'll be 7-6. And basically, it'll be hill. This is
There you
hill,
go.
folks.
That's a good shot.
We have a hill match here. Rodney Wynn
We finally get some
takes a stand, and it's a hill match. Brought to you by Mezz.
Again, on the booth, we got Daniel Busch and Carlos Coll from Coll Q's talking all the nonsense. You
Also,
yourself or the computer?
Special thanks also to Fast and Loose Designs. Additional sponsors of this event, Marty Carey's Jump Cue. And Virtual Pool 4. The Turtle Rack. And Zan Tips. Special thanks also goes to none other than Ramin Bakhtiari, GoPlayPool.com.
I really
Download
like
the app
that.
today for your phone.
I really like that. I think that's a cool app.
Maybe the sponsor mention will give him a little luck.
How do pool hall owners get on there?
On the Go Play Pool app?
Yeah. How do you get your location on there? We
You
gotta
know,
figure that out.
you
So that
gotta-
people are listening that have their rooms could get on there, so that
Yeah, I mean, I think there's an email for info@goplaypool.com. Go to goplaypool.com. There's a contact page.
So if you have a room out there,
Goplaypool.com.
if you have a room out there, go ahead and go to goplaypool.com and see if there's a link to show you some instructions on how to register your pool room, so that when people are visiting in your area and they want to find out where to go play, they could go to your room.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, a lot of beautiful safety.
Absolutely, that was a nice safety.
And that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to freeze them up where you don't have any options. You know, you can go to bottom rail. That's the only option you got.
Yeah, dude, he's in survival mode right now. I don't.
Survival mode
really,
is fine if you can. Be
He just
aware of it.
He just wanted to get safe. I don't think he's worried about freezing any balls. Just get safe.
How mean? How mean? I'm gonna go with he.
Poor guy.
I
I feel for him right now because I've had matches like this too that are just like,
I'm gonna
oh
go
my
with
gosh,
he
I'm
meant to do
playing
that.
so bad. I'm playing so bad.
Join the club.
Meanwhile, Jason Williams is playing Bob Jacques. The score is 3 games apiece, and we're going to have Melissa Herndon playing. Sorry, tomorrow it'll be Melissa Herndon versus Edgy Geronimo from the one-loss side. Edgy Geronimo knocked out Chris Fangray.
I just installed Bob's tip a couple of days before coming down here to play
Bob
the
Jacques,
tournament.
yeah.
Yeah. Bo Runnigan sent him over to the shop to get a new tip put on. So we put a Kamui Black Clear on there for him, a super soft. And
That's good. That's good. So you're getting more visitors. That's good. Good news to hear. You do queue maintenance and tip repair and
Yeah,
all
of
that
course.
good stuff.
Yeah, of course.
And so I highly recommend you guys check out Carlos Coll.
Yeah, if you're in the LA,
I need to get out and see your
I told
shop,
you, come
man.
down, we'll get Korean
I
barbecue.
know. The
and,
problem is I
you know,
never go to the West Side, but I need to get out to the West Side.
I never leave my place, so here, this is the only place I visit in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what he's going to do here.
Safety.
He's just trying to stick him behind the 2-ball, but didn't quite get it.
This man, well, see, he's upset right now because I think Rodney can very easily stick him behind the 4. I don't know why he hit it like that. He didn't
just
need
got a little
to.
fat. He just got a little fat. Sometimes when you lag the ball like that, it happens. You know, I think he was trying to squirm it a little bit off of the side right there and stun it behind the 4, but.
You headed home, Dan? Houseman Dan Hernandez is going home for the day. We'll see him tomorrow.
You'll see me tomorrow bright and early. I'll make sure you guys get here in the room on time.
Okay, good. Thanks, Dan. Yeah, even Dan Hernandez was wondering how to get into the building earlier today.
I figured it out.
Yeah. Ramin Bakhtiari now with, I think, the first real open shot of this game.
What time are you guys starting the feed tomorrow?
I'm going to guess around noon, but check my website, the Top Gun real-time feed page, and
That
we
was
will
a-
let you know.
You see
Great
that
shot by Ramin. Great shot.
That was a magnificent bank with traffic in the way. Managed to get around all the traffic and leave himself.
And he shot that with speed
Does he have
to
angle?
get shape and got it.
Does he have a little bit of angle on this 2-ball? He has
He
a little bit of
does,
angle on this
yeah,
2-ball, so
he does.
he can get to the 3-ball.
Yeah, he's got to be careful not to hit this 10
No,
on the way up.
you can bring it back. You can go forwards a little bit. You can do all sorts of stuff here. Just don't sacrifice the shot at the expense. Sacrifice the shot for the sake of shape.
There
what I
you
mean?
go. That was great.
Go forwards a
That was
little bit. You're good.
He's going up and down table, and that
4-ball. It's not the easiest of shape.
that can make it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That can make it difficult, but I think if he gets the right shape on the 4, he should be okay. Yeah, his cue ball could go funny here. He's using the bridge.
But you see, he didn't try to get perfect shape. He
Exactly,
just cinched the shot and give
exactly.
himself a chance to shoot again.
Just bring the cue ball out to
wanna
the
give
middle
him
of the table. Yeah.
You just don't want to give up the table. I mean, these guys play too good at safeties. Even if you don't have a shot, you have an opportunity to play a safety or just just put the other guy in trouble. You miss the shot, you give up your turn.
So Jason Williams now is up 4-3 on Bob Jacques, and Foch Garcia is up 2-0 on Johnny Kang. Johnny had a chance to run out and make it 1-1, but he dogged a 10 ball. So Foch is up 2-0. Hey, Jeff, can you take the camera, zoom it in on Foch and Johnny Kang, please?
Oh, he's telling it to stop. He needs it to stop. I'm curious to see what's going to happen here on this 6, get shape on the 7 ball. Ramin looks like he got a little bit further out than he wanted to. He was hoping that cue ball would slow down a little bit more.
Well, this shot is kind of do or die here. You could end up hooked behind the 10. You could scratch 3 rails in the corner.
Yeah, this not ideal.
I don't like drawing. He's drawing, or is he one of those
No, it
QS?
looks like he's drawing it.
No,
Nope,
he
he's
doesn't.
not.
He's one of those.
He was just
See, here
lining
we
up.
go. Here's the scratch.
Nope, no scratch. He's good.
Very good shot.
No, he was lining up. He's just finding center of the ball, aiming low, and then he
Yeah,
comes back
yeah.
up and follow that ball.
I used to play a guy named Chico like that, and he would always aim right top English,
Yeah.
but he would put something else
Shoot it
on the
wherever.
ball.
I don't know where I'm lining up till the ball goes.
That was his lineup.
Yeah.
That was how it.
Yeah.
You know.
That's how I sit. That's how I hit center ball, Daniel. Because my stroke is so crooked, I just aim to the top right of the ball, and it just, by the time I make contact, I'm hitting center, so it's all good. When I have to aim really far right of the ball, I got to go like about a half a ball off the ball.
I always find it hard to play players that line up like that because it messes up my actual logical thinking of the game.
I don't know. I play with my eyes closed, so I don't see any of that stuff.
Like even like doing stuff like that would kind of like scare me.
Okay, so I there's been some pretty crazy things happening at the end of games today. So I mean, this should be pretty textbook right here.
Yeah, let's hope nothing crazy
It could be a little
happens
follow
for
or a little
Ramin's
draw,
sake.
either
But
way.
hey, who knows? For Rodney's sake, maybe something good will happen.
That's how you have to play it. Just a little roll. There's no reason to make this game more difficult than it already is. Just go as easy as possible. Easy. Path of least resistance.
Yes, that's a good way to put it. And that's
There's the
it.
match.
So maybe the sponsor mention did help Ramin out a little bit. Special thanks to Go Play Pool for actually providing additional promotional support for this tour and for our sponsors on this tour.
And you guys, any of you guys that have pool rooms out there, go check out GoPlayPool.com and register your room so that when people are visiting your area and they want to find out where to go play, they can go to your place. Come visit your room.
That's right.
And
Hey,
I
thanks,
used to travel a
Carlos.
lot. So I used to travel a lot, and that was always an issue back then. I mean, I'm old, so there was no
Yeah.
internet back
Yeah.
then. So
But do us a favor. Don't use the app while you're driving, okay? Thanks. All right, guys. We're going to have another
Thanks for
match,
having me,
probably
Daniel. I'm
another
gonna head
last
out.
match. Thank you so much to Carlos Coll, everybody. Carlos Coll, Coll Q, COLL Qs.com.
and
Thanks a lot.
Geraldine, for having all the stats for us back there, because we would have been lost without you.
That's true. Thanks. We're gonna basically have a final match of the day, I think, but we're gonna
Played on table 6, I think.
we're gonna probably have it played out on table 6, which we can provide coverage for. So, thanks a lot, guys. We'll be right back.
Daniel, thanks a lot, by the way.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you, Carlos.